I had to go get my paintings because I finished some new ones. So, hello everyone. It is June. Whoops, let's find the right place to put this. Yeah, here we go. Oop. All right, Laura's here. Awesome. All righty, just get myself set up over here. And Laura's here, and Emily is joined us. And Laura is going to go live with me. Oh, goodness. Me and my phone problems.
Okay, I see you now.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you might have to turn your tablet the other way.
Like this?
No, actually, the other way. Yeah, that's the way. Now we can see you.
I know, I got the light in the background there.
Uh-huh.
I got my windows open. All right.
So we have Emily watching us, and she says hello. Emily is up in Watertown, New York.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, Emily is a friend of a friend, and she's a faithful watcher. She's been watching us every week, so it's been great.
Cool.
Oh. All right. Well, you know what? We're going to wait a minute and see if we can get a couple more people on here. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you some of my pieces.
Okay.
So let's just look at, oh, hi, there's Stefan. Hi, Stefan. Stefan's one of my former students. Okay. So let's see what I've been doing. All right. This is the one I finished yesterday.
That's so cute. I love it.
And during the, last week, he was kind of in progress. So I finished him up yesterday. And then here's my other bunny rabbit that I was working on last week.
Oh.
And I finished him up this week as well. So you can see this guy got I ended up just focusing on his face because that's what I like to do. I kind of like to focus on one area, and then the other areas can get kind of looser.
I love it.
And then here's what's on my easel right now. I literally just started this one this morning.
Oh, wow.
And here is another one that I wanted to take a break from the purple one, so I started the peony. So this one's the peony I just started, and this one's called spiderwort. And both of these are photos of flowers in my own yard, because that's been one of the things I've been focusing on. Oh, and there's Gwen Cicone. Emily asked me if he's hopped off the easel yet. Yes, he has hopped off the easel. I had to actually rescue him from upstairs to be able to get him on. So now that we got a couple more viewers here, I'd like you all to meet Laura Johnson. She's going to share what's on her easel. But before you share what's on your easel, if you could just share us a little bit about how you started making art.
Well, I was little, and I used to steal all my mom's paper plates and draw on them. So that's when they started noticing that I loved to draw all the time. So
I remember drawing on paper plates myself. I literally do.
I used to tick my mom off. Like, where's the paper plates? Oh, Laura's got it. But
now you ended up not going to art school. Ended up,
I
know you've always
school.
Artist.
Yeah, I just went to a technical school for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And for art, I had to be interviewed, and I guess they juried in. They checked my portfolio. And,
oh, okay.
And when I made it in, I was all excited. So
yeah.
Started out doing that.
But then you didn't pursue that. What happened?
No, we ended up moving, and I went to another school, and I had a fantastic art teacher, and I wanted to be an art teacher when I graduated, but then I ended up going in the military. and I wanted to be a graphic arts specialist, but there was a couple year waiting list for that. So, I'm like, well, what do you got? I want to move out of town, do something. They're like, well, we have law enforcement. So I went into law enforcement. That's what I ended up doing. It wasn't until
Wow.
I got out that I started doing a little bit of art again, but I was so wrapped up in my career that I just didn't get to it. And then I ended up getting married and having kids and never having the time. And now my kids are older, got their own cars, and they're off and doing stuff. And I'm back to painting.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, do you still work in law
No,
enforcement?
no, no. I'm retired. So I'm a
Okay,
stay-at-home
cool.
mom. I can paint whenever I feel like it. And
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's
help out the
awesome.
gallery and.
Yeah, and Kamari's there. Hi, Kamari's giving us you some smiley faces. And I know John is there, and friend Madeline popped on for a while. And there's Emily and Kamari are saying hi to each other because they met each other last week. So, hi, Kamari. Good to see you. Always good to see your art.
Hi, come
And
on.
I said,
Hi, everybody. This is too cool. Everybody's watching us.
all right. So, are you ready to show us what's on
Oh, yeah.
your easel
Yes.
or some of your art?
Let me see if I can do this right. Okay, right now, I'll back up a little bit. This is kind of a big picture. I'm working on
Hmm.
a honeybee on some
Oh yeah.
it's kind of messy right now. I usually put about 4 coats of paint on. So
Okay.
honeybee is going to be on some periwinkle flowers. If I can put it down.
Nice.
Some periwinkle flowers. There's some
Mm-hmm.
more down here. So this is going to
Nice.
take me a while to do because it's actually quite large. It's kind of hard to tell.
What is that, about 24 by 30?
Yeah, actually it is.
Yeah, that is pretty big. That
Yeah.
I know anything that's over 20 inches in one direction takes a while to paint.
And then with this quarantine going on, I've been painting a lot, and I've been doing the gallery wrap. And I've never done
Okay.
that. I've never painted on canvas before.
Yeah, what do you think? Do you like it?
Yeah, I do. I do actually.
Yeah.
So I've been painting on canvas, and I'll show you another one if you want to see another one.
Oh, there's Mike. Hi, Mike.
So just like I did the gallery wrap around here, and I think
Mm-hmm.
it really gives it a nice polished look.
Yes. Yes, I love it. I love using gallery wrap because then you can paint along the edges and it can be part of the painting and you don't even have to frame it. So it's
Right.
pretty awesome.
And I usually have my paintings framed, or else I do 16 by 20s, and I just pick out a frame from Michael's and then finish the back of it.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, so the flower that's one flower one you just showed us.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell us a little bit about the process? Like, how do you get from the painting like you're working on now to like how do you get there?
Well, I do a quick thumbnail sketch of what I want to paint, and then I just sketch it out on whatever I used to use illustration board, and with the quarantine, I've been experimenting, like I said, with canvas, and then I've
Yeah.
used some birch board canvas
Hmm.
that's already, and I love that. It's so light and easy to use.
Yeah, I
Uh,
like the birch.
yeah, and I just sketch it out, and it takes about. I'm a thick painter, heavy-handed, and I don't
Okay.
use water. I just put about 4 coats of paint on, and I call it slopping on the paint. And I get it all on. I get it all on there, and then I go back and I put in the detail and pull it all together because it looks like a hot mess when I first do it. And
Sure.
then I pull it all together with some black paint and some of my pens I use.
Okay. So you use both pens and paint when you're doing the outlining because you
Yes.
usually do outline things.
Yeah, I use black paint, and then I go back and use I like the fine pens, and I usually
Hmm.
go through a lot of those because I wear them down past the tips.
Yeah, I mean, can you flip over and can you flip to one of your paintings so people can see
Yeah,
what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. All those little stippling lines. That looks great. I love the combination of
I
the paint and the ink.
I did one of my
I think
great
it looks
grandfather's grocery store,
fantastic.
and I did like
So
each
fun.
little thing I wrote on.
Oh, wow.
All the little
Yeah,
apples have, yeah,
that one's amazing. That one has a lot more, that has more detail than a lot of your other ones. That
yeah,
one, that
it
was just,
does. And
but
then
it has a really fun feel. And then of course your Oriole.
Oriole, I put a lot of fine detail into the feathers and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and then this one's one of my favorites. This is the one I first did the gallery wrap on.
Mm-hmm.
And from a distance, you can see the shadowing, but you get up close and you can tell it's all pen.
Oh yeah. Oh, cool. Do you have the one with the boats?
No, that
The
one's
one that you,
sold.
oh, okay.
Yeah, the one from Greece.
Mike was saying that he loved that one. I love that one
Yeah,
too.
I sold that one right after I painted it. Somebody bought it in our
Uh-huh.
office.
That's
I know, I
awesome.
wish I still had it. Before I knew how to get prints made, I should have got a print made of it.
Yeah, if you have a really good photograph, you can still have a print made.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, yeah, because photographs are really good for that.
Yeah.
So, when you work, is there anything in particular that is like like do you have something that's a struggle for you when you work, or do you have like one in particular painting that you were working on that was a struggle?
Um, yeah, this is a monument in Gettysburg. It's a Pennsylvania monument, and I had a little trouble
Mm-hmm.
with this one. It's got a lot of detail in it too. You can't really see. I think you can
Sure.
see the detail, but I just kept
Mm-hmm.
getting the sky wrong, not the way I wanted it. I mean, it didn't turn out the way I wanted it. So then I took
Okay.
and I used colors and I made a bigger one.
Yes.
This is 20
Yes.
by
Yeah.
30. It's acrylic, but it
You
looks
know,
like,
I saw that one and that was so beautiful. I love that. And it's interesting that it came out of a struggle, like you did it
yeah.
once and then you do it again. And now
Hmm.
often when I do it, I just paint right on top of the old one because I'm unhappy with it. Just paint
Yeah,
right on top.
I
But
have
but
like
I
a
like
40
that.
by
You worked through like you worked through what was bothering you and then you're able to
right.
still make it work.
I have like a 40 by 40 hanging out in the stairwell out in my stairwell outside the room.
Uh-huh.
And every year I used to change it, wash over it, and just change it because I never liked it the next year. So it's got like 4 or 5 paintings under the paint.
Kamari said that we call that the smear. Hi, Leona. Good to see you.
But usually, like I do a thumbnail sketch of and paint it, and I always put it on the back of the painting and then have it framed. So if somebody ever wants to change the frame, they'll have a nice little hidden treasure in there.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yep. Let's see. What was something else that we talked about? Oh, how should people contact you if they want to, get art from you or?
I just started this Instagram stuff, so it's Laura's LAURAS dot colorful dot art.
Laura's Colorful Art.
Yep. And then
Cool.
Facebook, it's Laura, the word plus, and the word TOO.
Laura Plus Two.
Yeah. I also
Okay, and that's your
have
business.
2 kids. Couldn't use the word TWO. Somebody had used it, so
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I just picked TOO.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And so that's the best place to see your work. Are there other places that we can go and see your work?
No, that's
Maybe
it. That's
one.
all I have. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, at the
Like
gallery.
in real life.
At the gallery, Hartford Artists Association Gallery. And then I usually show at the Independent Brewing Company, at Berkshire
Okay.
Hathaway Real Estate Office,
Berkshire Hathaway.
um,
Okay.
Pairings Bistro,
Okay.
and I know there's another one. Sometimes Dr. Leary's office, but not very often.
Okay.
because it's a small space and I have big pictures.
Yeah. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
They're either 16 by 20, 20 by 30, or 24 by 30, and then once
Mm-hmm.
they're framed, they're heavy and they're big.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They are big because I've seen them in the gallery.
I have two very large ones. The Field of Poppies, it's so heavy and so big, I can barely get it in my car. I don't know what I was
Uh-huh.
thinking when I had it framed, and then the one of Zeus, he's hanging in my living room.
Cool. Yeah, that's a cool one too. I like that
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Any favorite artists or inspirations?
I always liked Picasso,
Mm,
but I love all artists. It's just, I find everyone fascinating. It might
me
sound
too.
gooberish, but I just love everybody's art.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. I love to see the creativity in people. I think that's probably why you thought maybe you'd like to be an art teacher because it's true. You get
Yeah,
to feel that creativity of the kids and I know that's always been great for me to enjoy. And then this has been great. It's been great to be on Instagram and see lots of people making art and then
hmm
yes, interviewing people and seeing their creative process has been great. Now, where do you get your ideas? Like where do you get your inspiration?
I've always loved flowers. My nana, she used to dry flowers,
Okay.
and she'd get bouquets and dry them, and then she put them back together. And I used to love watching her do that, and I just had a love for flowers, so I do a lot of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
And then birds, I like little birds, hummingbirds and little orioles. I do, and I like dragonflies, and just I usually just paint what I love.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I mean, I try to do the same type of thing. Things that I love, that's what you paint.
Hmm
And I think that love kind of comes through when you're making it. It's just people can feel that.
I know a lot of people want portraits from me, but I don't do true life portraits. I
Mm-hmm.
do not an animated, but more of a fun picture.
Yeah, you have like a cartoon style,
Yeah,
and
that's
so
yeah.
and so if people want one from you, maybe that is what they're looking for, though. That maybe they want a cartoon
Well,
style. Some people want portraits that
there's
way.
one on my Instagram page of a my hairdresser. He likes to do drag, so I said,
Uh-huh.
best drag picture, and I'll copy it best I can. So I did on a
Yeah.
4 by 24 birch wood, and I put glitter, and I piece by piece meticulously put glitter on the shirt, and did yeah, it was the best painting. It looks so good in person. That's what
Yeah. It
about pictures. I take photographs, but they don't show the true, depth and detail unless you see them in person.
that is very true. That is very true. It is hard to convey with just photography what you can actually make happen in a in the painting itself. The paintings tend to be much more vibrant.
Right.
So let's ask and see if anybody has any questions for us because we're moving along here. Anybody have any questions for Laura? Emily says glitter gets
Glitter gets
everywhere.
everywhere.
Yes, absolutely.
They were actually little stop sign shaped pieces of glitter, and I had super glue, and I just swiped them through the glue and stuck them on there.
Uh-huh. Oh, that works out pretty good. So, yeah. See if anybody else has a question. Any other paintings you want to show us? You can show us any of your work. People love
This
seeing
is
work.
a this oh, you got the glare from the window.
That's the only thing with the glass. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my hummingbird. I don't know if you can see him well enough.
Yeah.
He's
So you got two questions.
okay.
What is your favorite color? And
Purple,
the second, hmm?
purple.
Purple.
Oh,
Yay.
purple girl.
That was Emily's question.
Okay.
And then Mike wants to know, do you do art related to your own history?
Um,
Well, you have your grandfather one.
Oh. I really haven't. I I I have photographs I've taken throughout the years I go back and paint,
Mm,
but
mm,
not anything that I grew up with.
mm. Mike is making suggestions for you. He said the Air Force, the police.
Yeah. Well, I did do a
Yeah, those.
helicopter for my boyfriend. You see that on my Instagram page. Um,
Yeah,
that's an Air Force helicopter.
yeah,
I don't remember the name of it, but it turned out pretty cool.
yeah. And you did do that one from where you grew up, didn't you? Do that painting from where you grew up, the up in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah. Now see, I'm not even thinking. This is just a print of the lighthouse that's hanging at the gallery. It's
Mm-hmm.
a lighthouse in Erie on the peninsula at beach number 9, and it's the coolest lighthouse. It's a working lighthouse, and
Mm-hmm.
I used a lot of pointillism in that and different colors. And then this
Yeah.
the that was the like I said, the Pennsylvania Monument in Gettysburg.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I do use different things.
So you use more than you think.
Yeah, I didn't think about it really.
I think sometimes things kind of come into even like our own subconscious. When you're making art, you can just, you know, whatever is interesting to you. And
Right.
oh, Emily wants to know do you do food related paintings?
I
Any food related?
just that grocery store I did is as close as I've been to food.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
haven't done food in a while. That maybe I should do some food.
I usually work from photographs or from my mind. I don't do
Mm-hmm.
still lives.
Mm-hmm.
Just never been
Yeah.
to do, an apple and a pear and a bowl, and it's just no. I'd rather do it from a photograph. I can tape it up on my art desk here. It's a
Mm-hmm.
mess. It's got
Hi,
paint all over
Amy.
it.
Yeah, you can also use your you can use the tablet itself too. That's what I use now. Is I actually flip the picture up on the tablet and then I just have it sitting there right next to me. And then I don't have to worry about color because I find when I printed things out, sometimes the colors wouldn't be true.
Right.
My printer would run out of ink.
I do use my telephone, my cell
Mm-hmm.
phone, but the iPad isn't mine, so
Oh,
yeah, I
okay.
borrowed it from my boyfriend.
Mike wants to know about barbecue. Mike, maybe I think I need to do a painting about barbecue. I went camping this weekend and we made some pretty awesome camp food, so maybe I should paint some of that.
Cool.
And Emily said she'd be over in 10 minutes to Mike's barbecue that he's going to have. Oh, good. Amy joined us. How you doing, Amy? Any cool things we need to know from you?
Where's Amy? Hi, Amy.
She said it came that she was in here, but she hasn't left
Oh, she
her
hasn't
comment.
said anything yet.
Yeah, yeah,
This is just a cool idea. I love meeting
yeah.
artists and seeing what they have. This was another thing I did. There was a calendar contest. It was
Ooh.
called Hope Against Addiction, and it was for 2019. Well, I made an entry, and this was my entry, and it was that out of addiction you can break
Mm,
the cycle and hope arises. And
mm.
it's got a lot of detail in it. Well, I ended up winning
Yeah.
for the adult division, and
Nice.
I got the month of October.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
Very
I thought that
cool.
was really
Very
cool.
cool.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
was kind of special
That's
because
really cool.
my mom's been passed for a while, but her birthday was in October, so I'm like, that was just meant to be.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Now, have you lived in Maryland long?
Since I got out of the Air Force in 1986.
I would say that's a while.
Yeah, you know, I'm getting old. It has been a while.
I've been in Maryland since '97. So, when it struck me that I'd been in Maryland as long as I lived in New Jersey, it was like a real eye opener because I always think of myself as Jersey girl because that's where I grew
Uh,
up. But Emily was saying that she enters a photo contest for a local calendar, and I think she said she won at least one time. But she does that each year.
cool.
So yeah, it's kind of nice to have different things that you do. Emily likes to take photographs, and she'll do um, different kinds of animals and things. Mike is asking, what did you do in the Air
I
Force?
was military police. And then when I got out,
So,
I was a deputy sheriff down in Prince George's County.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you travel much with the Air Force, or you basically were stateside?
No, I was stationed in Great Britain for my time. And I,
Nice.
I lived by two castles, and Orford Castle and Framlingham Castle. And I was about 10 minutes from the North Sea. And I can actually
Neat.
say I stuck my feet in the North Sea and it is freezing.
Maybe we should get to see, maybe someday we'll get to see picture paintings of those castles, huh?
You know, that's a good idea. I could do those. I could do those. That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
John is thanking you for your service to
Oh,
our
so
country.
nice. Thank you.
Mike wants to know if you did art back then.
You know, actually, my my platoon, they found out that I painted, so I used to have to do the not have to. They asked me, and I wanted to do the posters for like haunted houses and different things we were doing.
Uh-huh.
So I was always the go-to girl for that.
Um, Laura, I mean, they would like to see your artwork again.
Oh,
They're
okay.
like, Gwen keeps putting new artwork up here, but Laura's not showing us hers. And we love to look at your face, but we really want to see your art too.
And then this one. You can't really see how vibrant the color is in that one.
Oh, it's pretty vibrant. I
Can
think
you
you
see?
can. All the different
And then,
blues. Now, what kind of paint do you use? I know it's acrylic,
yeah, it's just
right?
acrylic. Oh, you want to know the brand?
No, I want to know, is it tube paint or
Yeah.
is it liquid paint?
No, it's tube paint.
It's tube paint. Okay.
This is
Do you
my,
mix most of your own colors or do you use just lots of pre-mixed colors?
no, I mix my colors. Plus, I use
Yeah.
both.
Okay. Cool.
Use both. And that was a paisley one I did.
I love that. And I love your prints are so wonderful. You just have a really great sense of using color because not everybody can use so many colors as you do
Thank
and
you.
and get them to work together.
Oh,
So
Bumblebee.
come take care, Kamari. He has to go back to
Bye,
work.
Mari. Bye.
Till next time. So that'll be great. Yeah. Mike said he loves your buildings. And so
Oh,
yeah,
thank
I
you.
would love to see, your castles and stuff. Oh, what's that?
That was actually a mistake I did. Um,
Okay.
I did a painting and I was using fabric paint
Okay.
on top of my acrylic, and it just totally got messed up. And I looked at it for a long
Mm.
time, and I decided to chop it up. And I noticed I forgot I had a couple little fish. So this is called fishbowl.
Ah,
So you can see, you can
that's
actually see the
fun.
fabric paint. I
Yeah,
just
it
thought
has
it looked
so it has
cooler.
the texture.
Yeah, it just looked cooler in pieces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good, very creative. I love your creativity is awesome. You just use it, you do some really cool problem solving, and I just really enjoy your